Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are headed into Game 3 in a semifinal matchup between Ocheeva and Rainbow. This has been tons of fun. Rainbow losing the first match in a failed 4-gate, and Rainbow taking the next win with a double proxy gateway zealot rush. That was very interesting to see. Not often you get to see that anymore. That has been one of those things that's been held off time and again, and people are starting to stray away from that, but it was actually fairly well executed. Did catch his opponent Ocheeva off guard, who was playing blind for just a little bit too long. If he had sent out a drone or something, he probably would have been able to prepare in time for that. And he was pretty close to holding it off, actually, come to think of it. But man, just a little bit of miss micro with that queen, trying to focus down a fully HP'd zealot. Well, there were two that were just about to die, so it was a little bit painful to watch there. A little bit of micro there, definitely I think would have saved Ocheeva, but it is what it is, and so it was a great win there by Rainbow. But that teaches you guys the lesson. Always, always scout your opponent, especially on a two-player map like Xel'Naga Caverns. You got to know what they're doing early on in the game. It takes too long for you to fly an Overlord down there a lot of the time. If they're going to be rushing, you need to know that stuff. So good scouting is always, always helpful. Rainbow going to be going for, looks like a pretty decent wall off up here. And spawning pool going down for Ocheeva right away. Pretty good stuff. And there goes the scout. Looks like Ocheeva has learned the lesson. Wants to figure out what his opponent is doing. He is going to see a wall off here, which will make him breathe just a little easier. He will know he's not going to be zealot rushed. This gas not getting saturated right away. If you're going to build that gas, the wise thing to do is saturate it immediately as a Protoss player. There we go. Down goes the Cybernetics core, completing that wall off. Good choke here. Going to be putting a zealot there. On hold position, I assume. Great, great play. Against a good opener against Zerg, so good job there by Rainbow. Gas down for Ocheeva. Got his queen out now. Gonna be cruising here for just a little while. Let's take a look on the units tab. Rainbow picking up a pretty decent little advantage here in his economy. Not too bad. Zealot on hold position, so good job there by Rainbow. Chrono boosting out his Cybernetics core. Double gas, it looks like. And Chrono boosting out more probes, so very interesting. Now, a lot of the times that means that you're going to tech or expand, but I'm not entirely sure that's what he's going to be doing at this point. He did get supply blocked here, so that is no fun. And taking a very long walk to get that fixed. That's okay, though. It's a good spot for a pylon, however, it is not a good spot to put it when you're supply blocked. Usually you want to just put it right next to your mineral line. You want to get that pylon up right away, get yourself back on track. Chrono boosting out his warp gate technology now. Down goes another gateway. Does have his stalker out, so he is going to be able to hold this ramp for at least another minute. It looks like we do not have an attack gearing up for Ocheeva yet, so... But he looks to be sticking to one base play. We're 5 minutes into the game. We do not have an expansion yet, so are from Ocheeva. There are 3 gateways now on the field for Rainbow. Let's take a look. He's still on the double gas. What's he going to do? Is he going to expand here? Yes, he is going to expand. Very, very interesting. So a 3-gate expand, sort of, in a roundabout way. Maybe not the way the pros would do it, but that is okay. Looks to be a pretty decent situation for him. I would like to see a little bit more scouting from Rainbow at this point, but he is doing just fine. So, does have his extractor up here. Ocheeva needs to get this one saturated to get out the gas that he needs, I think. Well, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty fine. Just 1 or 2. Well, he's got 3 down there now. We'll see what he's got in store for us. I might go for a couple upgrades and then dump one of these extractors. That would not be bad play. But Roach is moving out across the map here. Look at this. Rainbow going to be setting himself up on the low ground. Does have double sentries down here. They've got enough for, looks like 1 force field each. Yes, they do. Forge on the low ground. Twilight Council. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Sneaky, sneaky Ocheeva taking this hidden expansion. Rainbow doing pretty good job staying on top of his economy. Units tab showing that he is staying well on top of those pro productions. He's up to 31 right now. Ocheeva still at 26, not too far behind. However, he has been on one base longer than his opponent, so now he will be able to remedy that. Already starting to work on droning up, so pretty good stuff there. Ooh, look at this. Glial reconstruction, that is the roach speed. As you can see here. Nidus Network, yet again for Ocheeva. Wow, so he's going to be going for some more, it looks like, 2-base roach Nidus. Not bad, and look at this, he is set up in the back of this base already with an Overlord. Going to be going for it, it looks like here fairly soon, right around the 9-minute mark, I'm guessing. Is he going to be loading this up right away? Look at this, he's got the Nidus Worm already going down. There we go. He's only got a couple roaches in here, so this looks more like a harass than anything. Is he going to pump this thing full or not? No, he is not. Just going to take 6 roaches in here at first. We will see how Rainbow's reaction is here. Oof. Not very good at this point. There he goes, getting him off that mineral line. He does have a place for him. Ocheeva could be backing out here. I think would be a wise move at this point. Looks like Rainbow is going to have plenty of forces here. I don't know. It's... yeah, I mean, he's got plenty. He's got charge on those zealots. He's okay here. And so these roaches, kind of a waste, I think, at this point. He should have came in and then backed out if he was only going to take 6. Otherwise, he could have built up a bigger army and then made a big play there. But this is definitely going to go down. And looks like the Overlord is going to get taken out as well. Yes, it does. Units tab is going to show 42 probes to 32 drones. So Rainbow setting himself up here pretty good for his mid to late game, which we are actually already in the mid game. And Ocheeva going to be... I don't know, he's kind of stuck out right now on 2 base. He's really got to get some defenses up. No upgrades on the way for him. We do have upgrades about to be completing here for a Rainbow, +1 attack. We do have a robotics bay on the field as well. There goes an Evo chamber. It looks like Ocheeva going to be going for some upgrades. I think is a wise choice at this point. Let's take a look at units lost and see what that looks like. It's actually fairly even, but Ocheeva did lose more than he had to. It definitely came up a slight loser in there, and that was because, I mean, he just didn't have enough forces there to make anything happen. So he stopped mining for a moment, killed a couple probes. I think that would have been a great time to back out and be macroing up behind that. You know, just kind of use that as a harassment. So maybe a tip for the future, Ocheeva, that might be a better play there. However, he has got, now he's massing roaches here fairly good. Looks like he might be gearing up for another attack. Maybe a timing attack when he gets +1 completed. We shall see. We do have armor level 1 going down for Rainbow, though. So Rainbow's staying on top of just about everything that he needs to. He's got a heck of a lot of gateways now on the field. Both of these expansions fully saturated. Actually, a little bit less here at the main, but that is okay. It is definitely plenty. Oh, and look at this. Nidus Worm again. And the army for Rainbow, a little bit out of position. And we need to see the reaction time by Rainbow. Is it going to be enough? Ooh, good micro here by Ocheeva. Looks like he's going to be taking out quite a few units, trying to back out here. I'm interested to see. It looks like Ocheeva is being forced to commit to this attack by those force fields and doing actually pretty well. And looks like Ocheeva in great position now. Those roaches are doing a heck of a lot of damage. Rainbow probably just needed to get his units together first before letting those zealots rush in there without the stalker and sentry support. So in a little bit of trouble here by Rainbow. He is, however, taking his third base right now. But look at this. These roaches just going completely unchecked right now. Here comes the... Oh no, he's backing out again. Looks like he's going to have to abandon his main, which is not a good situation. He's going to lose all of his warp gates right now. Transferring probes up here to this expansion, which is just now completing, so good transfer there. But he is going to lose this whole high ground. This is not good for Rainbow. Charge lots getting in there. Pretty decent split there, not too bad at all. However, it does look like Ocheeva is going to be able to take this win down still. Which is kind of interesting. Rainbow was in great position to do that. Just had kind of a poor reaction time, and then just wasn't quite able to get his army in the position he needed to hold off these roaches. So kind of a tough deal there. But it definitely looks like Ocheeva is going to be taking this down. So I'd say tip for the future on Rainbow, when you build these pylons, you want to build them inside here. What you can do is you can build one on the inside there. Oh, look at that, he left the game. But build one on the inside, build one on the outside here and here, so that way you can check that, and then build some up here around the side of your base. That'll be a better way for you to scout, and you've got to react real fast to those Nidus plays. So good game there. Well done. Congratulations, Ocheeva. You'll be going on to the finals here in just a moment. Thank you, guys. Don't alt tab. Always all StarCraft. We'll see you guys next time.